They're about to give out awards for stuff.
Best costume.
I wish it was best costume. Wes, I'm here.
I'm sorry the spiders couldn't come tonight. But this is almost time to rock and roll. There's a few prizes to take care of first. I need to introduce the Master of Ceremonies, and then get on to drinking. But a funny thing happened to me. A funny thing happened to me just now, and so I thought I would share it with you, my fellow Europeans. Americans, I ordered a drink. I ordered a drink, and a strange thing happened. And this is apparently a custom that the Americans have. Thank you. Who knew? I don't know the name of the custom, but they do it. I've been told that you can take any musical instrument on the table home with you. So please take the musical instruments home with you. Now, the Master of Ceremonies tonight, and make use of them before you take them home. Like me, you've probably been wondering, how does she do it? How does she do it? Last year, she wrote her autobiography. She continually puts out albums since the 1970s, and at the same time manages to be president of 4S. Of course, you know I'm talking about Miss Patti Smith. Thank you.
Yes, Patti Smith, 30 years old, I hate to say, but you know, I'm doing my best. Anyway, welcome. I hope you're all having a very good time. And as you know, We're going to try and be quiet for quite a short time. We've tried to sort of truncate the speeches so that you'll all focus and not take up a length of time in the meetings. What I'd like to begin by doing is very much thank the people who've put a lot of work into making this conference possible. So in particular, Rolly Varma, I don't know where Rolly is, but she could... Rolly has done a fantastic job as program chair, and as usual, Wes and Steve Coffey have done a fabulous lot of work as well to make it all possible. So I wonder if we could, I should say Ziggy. We have some new council members. I'm not sure if any of them are here actually, who've been elected. Leonardo Rodriguez Medina, Kashu Sandra Rajan, and Kenji Ito. Is Kenji here even? No, okay. And I'd very much like to thank the council members who are stepping down at this point, for doing heaps of work and reading heaps and heaps of books. And that's Miwao, who I can see over there, Matsumoto, and Rebecca Herzig. So I'd like to really thank them for all the work that they've... And can I just say that without this masses of work, we wouldn't be able to now give the prizes that we're giving. It is an enormous amount of work, and it's just fantastic that in the community people are willing to serve on these committees and read seriously and consider lots of essays and lots of books, and that's a wonderful contribution. So can I please start with the Nicholas Mullins Award, and Javier Lazan is going to, was chair of that committee and is going to come up and present that prize.
Well, it's a pleasure to announce and introduce the winner of the Nicholas Mullins Award to the best STS paper by a student. We received a number of fantastic submissions from around the world, but I'm glad to announce that the winner of this year's prize is Sarah Wiley from the MIT STS program. For a wonderfully adventurous and risky paper on insects and chemicals, a version of which has just been published in the journal Science and Culture. So I'm presenting Sarah with a plaque and a check.
I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone at MIT, my amazing professors and advisory committee, particularly Stefan Helmreich, and Joe Dumet, and Michael Fisher, Christine Wally, and Susan Silby. I'd also really like to thank MIT's bio group for all their help with this paper. That's Natasha Myers, Etienne Benson, and Sophia Roost. And thanks very much to Science is Culture, the journal that published the paper. So thank you so much.
Brief enough, yes, absolutely. Thank you very much. The next prize is the David Edge Prize, and we've got Laurel Smith Dood to come and present that. Fantastic.
So on behalf of the 2011 David Edge Journal Article Prize Committee, who consisted of Michelle Murphy, who was the chair, and Martina Mertz and me, Laurel Smith-Dorr, I'm pleased to present the award to Wen Hua Kuo for his 2009 article in East Asian Science, Technology, and Society entitled "The Voice on the Bridge, Taiwan's Regulatory Engagement with Global Pharmaceuticals." So Judy was adamant we only had one sentence to introduce this award, so we decided to compose our sentence about this paper, which we selected in Tokyo as a haiku, using words from the article. So here it is. Global Fugato, Taiwan, Counter Melody, The Voice on the Bridge. So I hope this haiku whets your appetite to read this excellent paper, and I'm delighted to congratulate Dr. Kuo on this award. And your haiku.
Okay, thank you very much. Seems like it's MIT night because I also graduated from MIT 5 years ago. Right, so, but if I want to say thank you list, that will be very, very long. So my colleague, Charlie Wu, yeah, she asked me to prepare something to read, so I'm going to read. Is it possible? Can I read? Not very long, but wow. Maybe a haiku. Oh, all right. Oh. Okay, so anyway, I'll say this is a product of the 4S actually. I first presented paper in 2006, and at that time we had papers from China, Taiwan, and Japan, and we saw like we can only attract people with local interest, but actually we see some of exciting faces, which is not so Asian. And later I enjoy some talks with Michelle Murphy. She's chairwoman of the prize committee, and she also sat in the audience. And my career in Taiwan actually involved in the ESTS, meaning the new journal headquartered in Taiwan. And I still remember the late Susan Lee Star announced the inauguration of the journal, the non-Western journal with high expectation. And I was happy that my paper was published there. And still, I would say it's not the end of my academic career. So, but this award is of course a huge encouragement. And this is part of my ongoing book project. And this year I have the honor to present another part of it in the 4S. So I wish maybe a few years from now, one publisher can admit my mission and make it possible to publish. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We now have the Rachel Carson Prize, and Milao is going to present that.
Good evening. The Rachel Carson Prize of this year goes to Lynn Morgan's book titled Icons of Life, A Cultural History of Human Embryos. Yeah. On behalf of the committee, let me make a short remark on the book. Of the 85 superb books submitted, the Rachel Carson Prize Committee is delighted to recognize Lynn Morgan's outstanding study of fetal and embryo specimen collection. Morgan's beautifully composed account brings fresh perspective to the collection and use of human biological materials, revealing with lithographer's skill vast networks of fetal specimen exchange. Morgan's shows the transfer of these extractive materials not only accelerated embryological views of biological development, but also systematically erased the particular women's from whose bodies these were harvested. The invisibility of these specific human origins, Morgan suggests, illuminates the disturbing status of the dead embryo as the icon of life. So,
She's not with us.
yeah, she's not with us, and on behalf of her, there is someone else there. Good. Let me this is important check for you.
Okay. This is my costume. I'm Lynn Morgan here, writing to you from Brazil. I'm thrilled to accept the Rachel Carson Prize and to thank the Social Studies of Science Society for creating a community of scholars who support one another in doing this type of work and bringing it to a wider audience. Thank you to the Prize Committee for this honor. It means so much to me.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for keeping silent through this. We're now on to the Ludwig Fleck Prize, and I'm going to call on Andrew Lakoff to come and present that.
So the Ludwig Fleck Prize is awarded each year for the best book in science and technology studies. My fellow committee members and I, Daniel Kleinman and Catherine Waldby, received over 100 submissions, a number of extremely impressive books. But among those, we were unanimous in choosing this year's winner. I'm pleased to announce Marianne Fourcade for her book, Economists and Societies, Discipline and Profession in the US, Britain and France, 1890s to 1990s. This is an extremely, first of all, congratulations. And I will make my brief comment. It's an extremely wide-ranging, even magisterial book covering the trajectory of the economics profession over three countries in the course of a century, and truly Fleckian in spirit, demonstrating, as Fleck said, that only what is true to culture can be true to nature, or in this case, true to the economy. So, Marianne, congratulations.
If I don't disappear behind the podium. Thank you very much to the committee and also to the association for this incredible honor. This association has actually been a home away from home for me, and this is even the first time I'm attending the meeting, so I am truly honored and excited. And there are too many people I would like to thank, too many colleagues, too many friends and scholars for this book. So I guess the only other community that I really want to thank today, besides the 4S, are the economists who allowed me to study them and interview them. Although, in these troubled times, I may be the only one to thank them. But thank you very much.
Wonderful. And finally, we have our Burnell Prize, as you know, our kind of Lifetime of Work Award. And I'm going to call upon Steve Epstein to come up and present that.
Thanks, Judy. So the Burnell Prize is a career award for distinguished contributions to the field of STS. In principle, it ought to be difficult for a committee to determine who in a given year most merits such recognition, and I suspect that some committees over the years have probably struggled with the question. Not so this year. The committee, which consisted of myself, Judy Weissman, Mike Lynch, and Karen Norsatina, agreed practically within minutes to award the 2011 Burnell Prize to Evelyn Fox Keller. Evelyn Fox Keller is one of the most visible and distinguished contributors to the field of social studies of science of her generation. She's certainly among the most important historical and social analysts of the biological sciences, and of the implications of gender in science. To a degree that most of us can only dream of, her work is read and consulted by philosophers, historians, sociologists, and natural scientists, and she has been quite an active contributor to public debate. Evelyn Fox Keller received her PhD in physics from Harvard University in 1963. She taught at Northeastern, SUNY Purchase, NYU, Berkeley. She's now emerita professor at MIT, recipient of numerous honors and prizes that I won't mention. We know Evelyn from her many books, including, just to name a few, A Feeling for the Organism, 1983, Reflections on Gender and Science, 1985, Secrets of Life, Secrets of Death, 1992, The Century of the Gene, 2000, Making Sense of Life, 2002, and most recently, just last year, the very timely book called The Mirage of the Space Between Nature and Nurture. And as we saw yet again this afternoon, Keller's work is deeply empirical and rigorous and rejects superficial understandings of the science in question, even while raising critical questions about scientific practices. Keller's seriousness of purpose, combined with a willingness to take analytical risks, has brought her to the attention of scholars around the world. We regret that Evelyn couldn't join us today to receive her award in person. Judy will be accepting it on her behalf, but we're delighted all the same to have this opportunity to honor her and her work, and to thank her for her many contributions to the field.
I'm personally, completely sort of thrilled actually that I'm president in a year when Evelyn has won the prize. But let me just read the statement that she sent through to me. She says, "I was thrilled when Judy first told me I would be receiving the Burnell Award. I'm not only deeply honoured, but also immediately gratified by your recognition of my work, and perhaps especially by the association of this recognition with the name of J.D. Burnell. For my generation, Burnell's early writing about the relations between science and society were like a breath of fresh air. They both established the subject as a legitimate area of inquiry and extended an open invitation to join this inquiry. To be sure, work in the social studies of science has proceeded in many different directions, many of which Burnell himself would scarcely have recognised. But the important thing to me is that his efforts led to an umbrella wide enough to encompass all of these efforts, wide enough even to include my own conspicuously variegated pursuits. My only regret is that I could not be present in person to receive this award, but I hope you will forgive me and accept in my absence my heartfelt thanks. I'd like to end by formally announcing the next president of 4S. There's no one for whom it's more appropriate to say that I'm handing the baton to them, and I've actually got a baton to hand on. Purchased at the Rock Museum, actually. And there's nowhere more appropriate to do it than in Cleveland, of course, the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was rather sceptical about coming to Cleveland and the importance of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I have to say. But I was completely astounded when I got here that our new president had even managed to arrange a special exhibition on women's contribution to rock and roll. That's how tuned in he is. Couldn't resist, So I just wanted to welcome formally Trevor Pinch to the role and hand over the baton to him.
I'll keep this very short, because one thing I'm pretty scared that Judy will tell me that I'm talking too long. a real pleasure to be elected as president of this society. I've been at this society since the very early days, in the meeting in Bloomington, Indiana. I've been a regular attender, so I know this society, and it's wonderful. And I know the different presidents we've had, and Judy is a hard set of shoes to step into. She's been such a... yeah. I mean, she's been a really great president. I mean, she's been gracious, she's been a good sport, great sense of humour, and she's also kept up the standards of the society in terms of the plenary sessions we've had today. I think that they've just been incredible. This whole meeting has been really great, and thank you very much indeed. So I'd like to give you this plaque in honour of your presidency. It's not a baton, I'm afraid, but it's a little something. So please join me in thanking Judy for her service to this society.
I'm really delighted to get this, and I just wanted to say that it really has been an honour and a privilege to serve as president. It's been a wonderful time and a wonderful thing to do. No one did warn me that part of the job was getting into fancy dress. This hadn't been part of the job spec, but I've tried to do the best I can, and I kind of figure in the end that this is a very, very unique society, so, you know, there were going to be very original things one has to do, and I've really enjoyed it, so thank you very, very much.
There's one more thing before we really start to rock and roll. We're going to have a dance thing here happening, we're going to have music, but the one thing I have to do, this is hard for me to do, because if you know anything about me, I'm terrible with languages, but I'm going to try and say this. Willkommen till Copenhagen. Is that any good? So that's where we're going to meet again. So enjoy yourselves, have some more dessert, please stay for dancing, and we'll see you soon.